needed this time.
Hello, hello. Nobody. Today we are going to do I can
Come on in.
story cast and other than Acheron. Part of part of story cast continue.
Wonder where I'm needed this time.
So much has happened. I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
Better unsheath that blade now, Ranger.
Do you still dream, Hunter? Of those slain by your hand?
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
You're still alive. As are you. You still have room to make a choice. Leave the music box behind, and then go.
Choice. The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
Vatora's fire demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that Eon, you won't get special treatment.
Ranger, you tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand. We come from the fire, and are born bathed in fire. We spread, burn, and destroy, until all the kindling has burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon, from the beginning to the end. We are born to die, just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
Your companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
They are my children, and just as I was, they are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, and I don't blame them. But my flames are faint, and time is running out. Can you see the planet of festivities in the distance? I plan to bring Purgatory with me there, and before that, I must surpass you.
Why?
Because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have. Emanator. You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain here, bound to fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this. Destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Even if the answer turns out to be your own destruction.
What is important is not the answer, but that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different. Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen.
All right. I accept.
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
A bottomless dream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity. I'll reveal the truth to you. The hunt is not the path I truly follow. May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
My time?
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but why? Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice. However, you appear to be ignorant of this, so it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
Not your enemy, perhaps.
That's not what I asked.
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know something about the Stellaron Hunters. That's all. Maybe I can help.
What reason would you have for doing that?
I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. So, I know who is inside that cold armor. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about what happens inside the dreamscape.
Already on it.
And the Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next, then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for her?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy. I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way, but as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
The so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
Hang on. I don't.
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light, and to burn, to keep on burning, until I turn to ash. So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
We heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan, but we never expected Miss Robin to...
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this. And we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
No, being right. What?
Indeed, he was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth. I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while. He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious. Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close. Teaming up with the IPC helps balance that out. If either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
So you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. She's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore.
It's fine, let the picture.
No, I can't accept this. Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
Not so many of that fit. What should we do? That's it? I think Yeah.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
You get 200 cute. Yeah, Father Girl Compelet just came out with.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. The existence of death. He's clearly a.
Aventurine said something. He accused that guy. It was a groundless act. Maybe Aventurine's goal. However, you've met her many times. That fits the stereotype. They're eccentric.
I really love
Checked off the list.
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up, but I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank. Because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here?
And I'm back last 20.
Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head. No. After all, they've brought everyone this sleepy dreamscape, which everyone loves. I just feel like I'm starting to understand them less and less. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us we're all outsiders from another world. Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the families.
Among our current clues, the 2 murders that she witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about her while out there.
How about we split off into 2 groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
I will. Keep in touch. Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Welt.
Is there something about my name?
First, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang?
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane. So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board. Is she okay? That Memo Keeper didn't do anything, right?
She's fine. Let's just stick with the topic. Gaining my trust depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me, and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
Mm-hmm. By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soulglad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
The guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch, this music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in a land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the Flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have those, on the path of destruction, feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you? Who are you?
It's... no. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dolly is not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh, a phone. Wanna listen in?
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Avgin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Aeon belief system.
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy 3 eyes and gaze upon this child. When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddled sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! Mommy! Mommy, the rain. It's raining.
Raining? Raining.
It is raining. It's true. Those Outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaiathra. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avgen. My boy. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever peaceful. And your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler. Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival. To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself, until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray. Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. Oh, she must have come across the other one. This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These 2 murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Oh, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak
Fortress.
This mansion.
Hey, Doc. Whose side are you?
Who's to say I?
We'll see.
Follow me and I'll.
Hey, you two! That's a place of business.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect. My name is.
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Excuse me?
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of the
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy ray.
That's because you can't see it. Like I said.
It seems like the idiocy index here is no better than it is out there.
Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky. A dead end?
The door is shut tight. Looks like we're on our own.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these Nightingale statues. The direction of the statues can be controlled. On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before setting the statues in the correct positions.
Well, maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look. A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength.
me.
Lend me your strength.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Six nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint.
But are these nightingales?
They are. What's wrong?
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
There are no eagles in the five families, only nightingales. Why am I wasting time with you on this?
Just like what you
Just as I thought. Here's the correct answer.
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should offer you the chance to join the genius.
Really?
I was being sarcastic. Can't you?
Impressive.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony. Stop wasting your time.
Yeah, you're right. This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong?
No, but this door is locked.
My friend? Did you really make an appointment with him?
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with him. If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open this door in the hall, or this place will be our prison.
Oh, an escape room. My favorite.
Get serious. I've no time for games. Let's head back. The hint is probably in that prominent sandpit.
Wow. That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings. Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model. I believe you're right.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it in...
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any
Of course. Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Fine. Fine. Why do I feel that we're pursuing a degree in burglary now? Really lucky.
Lend me your strength. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
It's on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all! All of it! Watch your head!
Lend me your strength. Who's next? Troublesome. Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Found it. This is it.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I did it. Wow, that's
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Telling me to go. Shit. Option.
Feeling lucky.
World cleansing dragon.
The redemption.
Oh, Grace.
You dare fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Feeling spiffy? Can you find the answer?
Spend freely.
Rise! World cleansing dragon.
Get them!
Feeling spiffy? Like that. Can you find the answer?
Rise!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Feeling spiffy? Give me strength.
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
World cleansing dragon.
Get them!
Inevitable.
Shit.
Can you find the answer?
It's on me.
Feeling spiffy?
Rise! World cleansing dragon.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Get them!
Feeling spiffy? Can you find the answer?
Rise!
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Oh shit. chance. Why did I waste it? At the moment, please. Why am I? Put the pop on the pitch.
If I were you, I...
Oh, this reminds me of one of those. Oh, look. The Oh, good heavens.
Indeed.
Oh, Doctor, you're huge. Actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me into Sunday's collar, and I'll infiltrate the family just like that. Oh, fine. Let's find a way to open the door.
Hello! I am an oak soldier.
Until...
Hello! I am an oak model. Please look, model.
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to it, Doc. You've got to be my witness.
I saw nothing.
Oh, capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Could there be one at the top? Doctor! Do me a favor. So, I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison, right where he can see it first thing in the morning. Insecure much?
Feeling spiffy?
World cleansing dragon.
Can you find the answer? Feeling spiffy?
World cleansing dragon.
Oh, one of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough. Oh, Doc! I'll need your brain power.
There's no need. Finally, a moment of peace.
devils! I'll crush them all! The test!
Lend me your strength. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Trunks, who's next?
Answer me!
Give me strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Get them!
Who's next? Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Wow.
That's it. Pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
Oh, you're back. Thanks, Doc. Oh, Horatio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily squash me with just a pinch.
If that is your wish, I will do so without a moment's hesitation.
All done. Piece of cake. And the joyous tour of Toy City has come to an end. It makes me feel sad. Penacony isn't all bad, right? I'll use this interesting experience as a talking point at the poker table.
It's a pity you made it out of the sandpit alive. Sunday is just beyond this door. From my limited understanding, he's not someone easily handled. Are you prepared?
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one who should be prepared to face me.
Tell me about your plan.
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear. There are only two kinds of bargaining chips when dealing with people. Benefit or fear.
Looks like sincerity isn't in your dictionary.
Am I not sincere enough? There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is dead. He won't be able to turn a blind eye, and that's fear. And I'll help him find the murderer. He can't do it due to his status and position, but I can. And that's benefit.
On what basis do you believe he's incapable, necessitating the delegation to someone from a rival faction? The IPC?
Simple. Because that murderer could very well be a traitor hiding inside the family.
Do you mean the Galaxy Ranger whom you accused previously?
That was just an excuse, good doctor. There's something wrong with that woman. We need someone who can keep her in check. It's better to minimize the variables outside our control while we execute our plans. Moreover, I need to know her identity. If I'm lucky. She could be an important pawn. And it's good to have more helpful friends when dealing with this matter. But honestly, the murder case is likely unrelated to her. I believe my standpoint. There's a rat in the family. Otherwise, why would Mr. Sunday arrange a private meeting with us? This isn't an interrogation, but a secret negotiation. We'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, I'll win back my freedom and power. In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create the grandest death. If the chance of winning is just beyond this door, even if that chance is close to zero, well, you can't win if you don't play, right?
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear gambler.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing.
Oh, God bless. Just like a fight. Yes, I got Dixie, also 50%.
It seems my puzzles are
I appreciate it.
Well, this isn't... I imagined it.
Certainly.
Yes, I have come to know... But...
You don't look If not...
If I wasn't...
No, you weren't mistaken. There's no need for... Who could be responsible? Now you're noble stat. But don't worry.
I'm immensely honored, but...
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur...
The box in which the...
That's right.
Cornerstone for an object so...
Well, I'm sure you're aware...
Mr. Aventurine.
Of course.
But I don't. I'm not the kind that...
No room for...
Please.
Sure.
You compromised quicker than... The fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for, what exactly is... Oh, triple-faced soul, please see... Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf.
And if I refuse...
You can try. Question. Do you own a cornerstone?
Yes.
What a simple answer. You, too. Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you?
Yes.
Is your cornerstone in this room right now?
Yes.
Is your memory free from any kind of tampering or deletion? Encompassing but not restricted?
Yes.
Are you an Avgin from Sig?
Yes.
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's...
No. Does it...
Do you love your family more than...
Yes.
All the Avgens were killed in a massacre.
No.
Are you your clan's sole survivor? Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own?
I don't...
Interesting. Now, the final question. Can you swear that at this very moment, the Aventurine stone is safe and sound in this box?
Of course.
Open it, Mr. Aventurine. Please. Are these what you're looking for? Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner who sees the pursuit of knowledge above all.
In that case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the sake of petty pride.
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings on the Stellaron. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is willing to share such information.
Cut to the chase. What do you need from me?
I need Mr. Aventurine's comprehensive plan.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone? You can't expect a featherless bird to take flight.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the Strategic Investment Department have united, progressing together in the interests of the IPC.
You'll have to speak more clearly than that.
The cornerstone, which Mr. Aventurine surrendered. Was it really his?
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think. Cornerstones are significantly more precious to them than their very own lives.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is about it, the more cautious I must be.
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should bring it. The box containing the...
I appreciate it.
Unfortunately, your guess.
The golden stone.
This is the very... And this golden statue is also known as Topaz. So, do you wish to confront him?
Not at the moment. I'm more...
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it.
I see. This bag. mixing a cornerstone.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter, and requests the gift money. This is a gamble. What?
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. As for the villain, it was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot.
Ratio, you wretch.
Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently only have 17 system hours left to live. Treasure your remaining time.
You might as well explain yourself a little more.
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial. I genuinely see no reason to absolve you from it.
Is this what the harm?
You misunderstand, Mr. Aventurine. Punishment is meant for the... Throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape, or contact any of your... Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your family. If you fail, you will suffer the wrath of the eternal Centurion and fall into an abyss of doom. I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective when the time comes. Compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to grant you...
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth. That isn't fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this bag of worthless jewels for everything you need. That's what gamblers excel at, isn't it? Off you go, Mr. Aventurine. You are free. I will wait here for your good news.
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation. It's an outright execution.
Why would I? By the way, before you go, I have a person...
What is it now?
You... Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
Kakavasha! I got it back, sis. You went to look for... I can't live with sister. One? I made a bet with them. They suspected me of cheating. Of course.
I don't have your password, but I don't know.
I'm sorry. It is important. Pain and poverty. You're a child. Listen to me.
Oh, but sister, then why did she not protect it? And where was Gayathra's sister? And then how bad were our...
This is a complex word.
Excuse me. I can't seem to find any information on this artist in the Iris family archives. The photo you provided also doesn't show.
Just as I thought.
Are you referring to the records?
I apologize. Looks like nothing can be found here.
At least we know. Thank you for your assistance.
Fine?
Sure enough, no one knows, but that Miss Fuck, she's also in the running for the
Is there any...
The memo keepers have a bill. The hacker girl from...
The Garden of
Who are you? The Bravo team has arrived at their... what do you know? Help! Help!
Hey, check it out!
To
How did just kill them?
I'll request a beating for you lot! You've been told...
Take him back to the hotel room. I'll organize a meeting later to...
Miss Topaz? I never thought I'd run into you on Penacony.
Long time. It's fine. As you see, the IPC isn't very popular here on Penacony. Only Aventurine.
No wonder
Is it?
Thank you, Miss Taupe.
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and...
Oh, this fucking bad. Why did they not send it? No, नहीं पाएगा आज कौन
We're carrying out our... We made a mistake last.
So that's it.
Well?
So you know each other. Oh, she...
Hey! What?
Looks like they're not going to co-op.
Why don't we just look... Such tight security. I bet they're stumped by the case as well. Gallagher.
Hold on,
How much trouble? You think... Wait.
not possible.
Huh?
I'm not.
Hold on, sir.
Who
He...
It was.
He'll do.
Sorry, no can do. The boss said that since it's a matter of the family's reputation, no one's allowed through. Everyone, please leave.
We're really sorry.
Another way. Can you perform it again? It's not bad if we're resolving a please.
No, why do I have to do that?
Sorry, no can. Everyone. Let me see what time it is now. Whoa, time to clock out!
This clockwork trick of yours, it's kinda dangerous.
At least he won't be getting in our way again. Let's go find that.
I was wondering what all the commotion...
Hello, Mr. Gallagher.
Miss Team...
Mr. Gallagher.
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express. And I had an encounter with this lady in the Golden Hour.
This is also the reason...
The Nameless
Why?
It's nothing. No matter how much one
Mr. Gallagher...
You got it wrong. You want to discuss the case? Even after that chilling tragedy, this dream is still running effortlessly. Other than the family of the Harmony, it's hard to imagine any other power in the universe that could sustain a building of such magnitude.
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol. Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle, revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under their command, they loyally fulfill their roles, offering themselves while also receiving sustenance in return.
Interesting analogy. Perhaps that's why Penacony's beautiful dream has persisted for so long.
But the human body has its limits, and so does the Divine's.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you say that, Miss Acheron?
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature. The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired and become a catalyst. As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail, they draw closer and closer to necrosis. Regardless of the perceived bliss, death looms as the inevitable conclusion. Also, this necrosis will diffuse and spread. One piece of the puzzle's mutation will eventually cause the entire building to shake, break, and crumble.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them. I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron. Are you willing to share your findings with me?
Of course. That's if I remember. Don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past, I've become easily forgetful. It's only when this sword is unsheathed that those hazy memories start to become clearer.
Take your time.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony. Ask away. This is what I've seen and heard. Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago, nor should it be. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities, watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people, where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their own scales. This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream is inevitable.
There might be a way to change everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, if this is precisely why life chooses to slumber, should we still seek to change it?
Miss Acheron, now it's my turn to share a story with you. There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain, made a choice. He wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual atom. And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the world's existence. As a price, those who found it hard to move forward, who could not advance, forever lost their future. They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's created utopia. And it is because of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken that this spiritual atom...
And yet, you stand here right now, which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the future. Even if human weaknesses make them pause when they truly cannot move forward, humanity will eventually seek a way to save itself. And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall. He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for countless others.
A fitting metaphor. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet I too have embarked, even if not completely similar. The story you just told, I ended that man's life. I am not who you think I am, nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate your suspicions.
There's something I still...
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the sky in envy. They saw that faraway ray of light from above the heavens, piercing through the clouds and blanketing the earth. And so, time and time again, generation after generation, the birds spread their wings and took to the... Then, what if the last... Then why exactly?
Long time no see. Having fun on Penacony? Acheron?
This voice, it's not Constance. Could it be her companion?
Though I don't know exactly what you are, or what you're up to, my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron too. Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the heck are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollection's memo keeper.
Not bad. This is the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's bodyguard? Never mind. It's fine. I'll leave a round for you. So get that forehead clean and wait for me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but...
Are you asking me to write your will? Sure. Go ahead.
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a pathstrider of the Hunt, but you are, aren't you? Tell me, what's
Well, that lady's past is an emanator.
You look... I thought this was... Just tell me...
So, the genius of the Council of Mundanite?
Yes, and...
Great.
Oh, you've got a...
Oh, my conversation. I even managed to recover...
Sounds like a...
That's all I can say. Go.
That's true.
Well, who knows?
You are indeed.
Maybe I am.
Fine.
What's this? Asking me to solve it, but the way you're all on.
The world has truly lost. You. Wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right? You must have some cameras set up around here to film yourself doing good deeds, right? You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. But you know what? A truly great show never comes easy.
Oh, a great show.
Ah, death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. The effects were awesome.
Is that...
Yeah, what a...
what a monster covered in... I can feel something inside my head. Is the harmony starting to kick in?
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the Song of Beauty alive in the cosmos? Wow, how fabulous!
Well...
That's incredibly kind.
Sure thing. By the way...
Death? That's a pretty scary topic. Well, if you're... It was like they were in some...
Thank you.
In this fucking
Unexplained
boring
coma.
podcast, get rested.
The disturbing voice in my head.
Sip of liquor. Oh? Or are you just...
You really shouldn't drink so much...
Oh?
The devil?
They say...
Yeah. Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it. Now I just want to dig out my brain and use it as evidence.
Take care, my friend. You don't look good, my friend. If you need assistance, I can contact the hotel and have them wake you up forcefully.
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all the same.
All right, then. If you ever need help, don't hesitate.
Well...
Stowaways?
All right. Good luck with your work, then. What was I...
This is the one. It has to be.
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought you were checking out something behind me. This?
Yes.
Is this for real?
No, it's not much.
Oh. You sound just like he's an intelligent.
Hey.
You want to talk to me? Huh. So,
How did your boss talk you?
well, I thought about it.
Guess. The Devil of Soulglad. Dangers in the Dream.
Remember what I said. You
You
Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers. Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is the smell of death?
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did.
No, I mean... What did you...
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around.
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into... chaos? Well, I can make that happen. Did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so...
Well done. I admit I underestimated. Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured distraction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right? Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care, too.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all, otherwise.
I have my own ways. That's all you need.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble. When that time comes, go ahead, press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display.
You're still talking big. But sure, if that happens, just don't let me down now, okay?
So, number 35. You're
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission. The guy's in black. But I figure your first task. Go and play a...
You're insane. Aren't you worried that...
I've got stacks on spot.
How much?
What?
My price.
Huh.
I'll take my chance. 30 tanba.
Yeah, sorry, but you're just a it's all or nothing.
Oh, fuck off, this POV.
What brings you here?
Some friend.
Oh,
God,
hey,
what
this bar offers a wide variety. What would you like to drink?
Shooter.
Look!
Shoot.
Who's Serval?
Oops!
Just spare them, mice. I'm getting up there, and
They're all under the counter.
that's exactly what I had in mind. The discussion might take.
In the box.
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can.
Oh, did you hear that?
Even in reality, mixed.
Only then.
In other words, what you get from your drink is.
Water bucket. Not game reading projecting कहाँ से कर सकते you
Can this be used for mixing? What should we exchange for it? Can this? What should we exchange? Whoa! Happiness belongs. Check out this box. Half an drinking.
Did you find the bottle?
That's quite a stash. Not sure if it's enough.
Stay out of my... But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris' stage, not for this rundown shack. Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, a shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan, I really need you.
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine.
Just...
What's her deal?
Hey, can you do that? Time is running out.
Yeah.
You're one of Shiva. I just don't. I've seen it. The crowd is. I've seen.
She's still not leaving. Maybe I'll have to try again.
I just don't get why she won't leave this place. This. Those I.
Things might get.
I just don't get. I'm too timid. You don't know. I know. Well, maybe I should find a place to reflect on what Siobhan truly means to me. Here's the payment for the drinks.
Amaki has left? When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell.
Ini tadi sama drink yang di talk to Telegram.
That being said, so go ahead. Nice work. You found some Each drink has its own. The original formula, now that you've chosen... The taste is not very intense, yet evocative. After those despicable...
Mikhail.
Almost there. A symbol of brave... Well, it's done. Here's to you, Trailblazer. To the sad truth. So...
The richness, and I'm not entirely...
Well, the imagery it implies is pretty straight.
Does this true taste?
Yeah.
Let's dig deeper into the cave. All right. She managed to fool me, but here's the thing. She simply vanished, leaving no